If you're thinking of going to Medcan, then this video is for you because we're going to discuss benefits, drawbacks, and alternatives to Medcan from a hopefully objective source, me. Why objective? Because I'm not an employee, I'm not a contractor, so I don't benefit financially or otherwise if you do go to Medcan. Likewise, I'm not a disgruntled employee or former customer, so I don't have any axe to grind against Medcan. So I'm going to try to be as objective as possible. Here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll address what is Medcan and what is the most popular service that they offer. Then we're going to discuss how much does it cost. They don't disclose that on their website, but you'll learn that in this video. Then you'll learn about the 3 most common benefits of visiting Medcan, as well as a few drawbacks of Medcan and alternatives if you decide that it's not for you. So before we jump in, who am I? My name is Igor. I'm the author of the Amazon book, The Fit Executive. As well, I've been a personal trainer since 2006 with a specialty in executives. And I've been teaching other personal trainers my methodology by speaking at personal training conferences since 2013. And I've done over 400 wellness presentations to some of Canada's largest corporations, including IBM, Bosch, American Express, University of Toronto, Investors Group, and others. If you want to learn when I publish more videos on exercise and nutrition, click like and subscribe to my channel. So if you're thinking of going to Medcan, you're probably wondering, what is it? First of all, it is a private healthcare facility with 4 locations at the time of this recording. They have a location in downtown Toronto, Oakville, Collingwood, and Muskoka. Although they cater to anyone, they really specialize in executives. And their most common service is a full-day physical. So you go to Medcan for a full day, take off your clothes, put on a hospital gown, and they run every test imaginable on you. And that's frequently very attractive to executives as well as high-income earners. So what does Medcan cost? They don't disclose it on their website, but there was an article published in the Toronto Star that the full-day physical is $3,300 at the time of this recording. Now, that is just for the full day physical. They do have many other services, and different services have different costs. They have services like an annual health assessment, the enhanced health assessment, which is even more thorough, child and youth assessments, and others that you can see on your screen right now. Now, what are the benefits of Medcan? What are the most common reasons that people are attracted to it? So one of the most common reasons is prevention. Unfortunately, in Ontario, there's no preventative medicine on a public level. It's largely private. If you have a family history of diabetes or heart disease or cancer, wouldn't you want to know, are you at risk beyond just your family history? Is there anything in your blood or in your heart or in your fitness levels that might indicate that you might get one of these conditions years down the line so that you can prevent it, you can avoid it? After all, genetics load the gun, but environment pulls the trigger. What if you could change your environment so that you didn't get these conditions, or at least you delay these conditions? With preventative healthcare, that's possible. Unfortunately, it's not public. The other reason people go to Medcan is because of how thorough they are. If you're going to spend a full day there, you can bet they're going to do a lot more on you than just your basic blood chemistry. They are going to do that, but in addition to that, they will run typical tests that are not covered by OHIP, and they'll do other fitness tests that have a strong correlation to your overall longevity, quality of life, etc. Like things like flexibility, things like cardiovascular endurance, push-ups, chin-ups, things like that are very important, as well as things like hearing and vision. And another common reason people go to Medcan is for networking. Executives meet other executives there, and although it's not a networking event per se, you can still meet other people and potentially do business, get clients out of it, etc. So these are the benefits of Medcan. What are the drawbacks? Well, one of the most common complaints that I hear from my own clients who go to Medcan is that they're very thorough, but when you get your results, there's no interpretation of those results. You don't really understand, as a layperson, what do those results mean? So the interpretation is kind of missing. The other complaints, we're looking at Google here. These are some of the most common things that people are complaining about in their Google reviews. One of those is sneaky charges. Tony Wang claims that, I'm not going to read the full review, but I'm just going to start later on. I got charged twice as I'm supposed to pay, and I'm still waiting for my refund. It's already 2 weeks, and I have to keep following up with them, and still no one contacted me yet. So that's one common complaint. This is not unique to Tony. There are other people making the same complaints. The other common complaint is scheduling problems. Natasha, she says that a huge waste of money and quality of the service is very poor, repeated errors in appointment times, missing health documents for specialists, etc. And bad customer service. Kevin Blanchard says, I'm highly disappointed with the care Medcan has for its patients. All I get from Medcan are emails to renew my annual assessment because fees are going up soon. During my annual assessment, my WBC, which is white blood cells, was low, and the doctor said they would call me to rebook my blood work 3 months afterward, and no follow-up calls at all. I emailed them back when they asked if I would renew about this concern, and they wouldn't even respond to this issue or apologize for their miscommunication. And I'm not going to go down below that, but again, these are common complaints. These are not one-offs. A lot of people are making the same complaints. And another one, somebody disguised as a pseudonym of Sunnyside, they said they have poor treatment of their staff. If you're offered a job at Medcan, think twice about taking it. Their turnover is insane. In the 3 years I was employed there, I must have seen over 200 people start to stop or get fired. And again, I won't continue reading below that. If you want to, you can pause this, but these are common complaints. At the time of this recording, Medcan has a 3.1 star review on Google out of 5 possible stars, and they have over 150 reviews. So these are not one-offs. These are very common complaints. Now, if these complaints make you really think twice, there are alternatives to Medcan. One of the best alternatives is to be your own health advocate. Learn about exercise, nutrition, as well as which conditions you should watch out for. What's your family history, etc. So this is a very good option, but it's also a very time-consuming option. Do you have the time, energy, and desire to learn about anatomy, physiology, etc.? Maybe, maybe not. Also, you have alternatives to Medcan. There are other private healthcare clinics, both in Ontario, outside of Ontario, and outside of Canada. Also, I may be very biased as I do run a personal training company that specializes in executives, but if you hire a great personal trainer, they can help you with preventive healthcare to some extent. And if whatever they can't do, they'll work in conjunction with your doctor or chiropractor or physical therapist to help you to help advocate for you and ask for the test that you should be asking. But again, that's not every personal trainer. That's underline a great personal trainer. Okay. Now, if you want your own chief fitness officer, you can see whether you qualify to work with my team or I, but just filling out the application form on our homepage, which is www.fitnesssolutionsplus.ca, and it's also in the description below. Thank you and goodbye.